All right, we're to the Box Angeles questions. I ask everyone the same set questions. First one, describe what you do in 3 words.
Dad. Writing. Auditioning.
Dad, writing, auditioning. I love it. Elaborate. What does that mean? It's kind of self-explanatory.
Well, Dad is super confusing. No, well, yeah, no, I got 3 kids who I absolutely adore. So,
where'd you meet your wife?
She came to the Improv, to Ultimate Improv.
Yeah.
She came to see another performer who she liked when they went to Northwestern together.
Yeah, fellow big tenor.
Yep, and he was a good friend of mine, and we started talking after the show, and we hit it off, and then I went to Chicago. So we started dating for like maybe a week, and then I went to Chicago for a week. I'm sorry, I went to Chicago for a summer to take classes at I.O. and at The Annoyance with Mick Napier.
That's something we skipped over.
Yeah, it was so great. It was the best summer. It's just the best summer because it was Chicago. I lived right next to Wrigley, and it was doing teaching improv and doing improv. It was great. It was exactly and Mick Napier, genius.
Yeah, love his book.
Yeah, right, so good. And this was before he had even written the book. He was talking about, like, I might write a book. Yeah, it's so
Ground
good.
level.
Yep. And then during that time, I dated a lot of crazy people. And oddly enough, I came back, and the only flaw of this girl that I had been dating before I left for Chicago was that she really liked me, which apparently to me was a major flaw. And so I had to see past that personality default of thinking that I was a good person, and then we started dating. And
it's
then
amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty great. And now I have 3 human beings from it.
Dad, writing. What's writing and auditioning?
Right. So I write, and I wrote a feature, and it's going pretty well. What you do is you attach actors to it, so it's in that process.
Nice.
It was going really well. Then it hit a speed bump. I'm trying to be kind of whatever happens with it. So that's hopefully to set up for me to direct. But this town is full of people talking about how they got this awesome thing coming up, and I don't ever buy it. And then I'm just working on a pilot for a 1 hour sort of 1 hour cable show that I'm really excited about, and that seems to be going in the right direction. Cool. Oh, and then the other,
and then auditioning.
Yeah. And then audition, but I've started directing commercials, which is awesome. Like, is the best because it's so low stress.
Yeah,
it pays a lot of money, and I could pack it in. Theoretically, I could see myself like not writing anymore, not auditioning, and just doing like 6 or 7 commercials a year, and like living on the lake in Madison and just flying in. Absolutely, because because what we want in this town is, I mean, if we have to be honest with ourselves, is that we're trying to win.
Right.
And I don't know what winning is. Yeah. I know that we are attempting it. We are trying to win, but I don't know what that end goal is. And I think that we want a legacy. Like, that's, I think, in our moments at night or moments in the shower when we're thinking about ourselves and where we're going, we think of a legacy. And it just dawned on me in this last year of like, I'm not going to have a legacy. Like, I'm not going to have, like, so there's different levels of a legacy. So you're not going to be Thomas Jefferson. You didn't change the world, right? And then there's the next level, which is that you were a successful actor. And I'm saying, if everything breaks right for me, I'm going to be John Ritter. I'm not going to be John Ritter. I'm not going to be at that level of John Ritter. But let's say I am.
Right.
Everything, tomorrow I have the audition and it goes. 100 years from now, no one's going to remember John Ritter. I mean, now people are like, "Oh yeah, he was good. I watched him when I was a kid." And so what I'm trying to put my arms around is the freedom that it gives you if you realize there is no winning, there is no legacy. Just enjoy the ride.
Sure.
Like, you need to work hard so that you can accomplish some of the things that you want and provide for your family. But stop worrying about the idea of this legacy, because it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Well, you've changed people's lives. I feel like that's part of your legacy.
You mean teaching?
Yeah. Well, Matt Jones. And
I do.
Aforementioned.
I do take a lot of pride in that. I do like the idea of the people that I taught have gone on to be such a success on television and at UCB. And so that is nice. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, thanks.